Welcome to our channel. Today, we'll explore a powerful skill that can transform your human interactions and elevate your understanding of those around you, the art of gaze observation and nonverbal communication through the lens of Stoic philosophy. Imagine being able to tell people's true intentions and feelings not just from what they say, but from what their eyes and expressions reveal. In today's fast-paced world where words can be deceiving, learning to decipher these subtle signals is more valuable than ever. Let's delve into the wisdom of the great Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, who taught us to observe the world with clarity and detachment. You will learn to identify micro-expressions and body language, gaining a significant advantage in your social and professional interactions. Get ready to develop a new perspective on communication, where every look and gesture becomes a window into the true essence of people. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss this fascinating journey towards true Stoic wisdom. 1. Problem-solving resilience. Intelligent people focus on solving problems with calm and determination, instead of complaining, aligning themselves with the Stoic philosophy. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies a timeless truth: true intelligence lies not in the absence of problems, but in the way we face them. Life, in essence, is full of challenges and adversities, but it is exactly in these moments that wise people stand out. They don't complain, instead, they approach each obstacle with calmness and determination, using these difficulties as cornerstones to build a resilient and virtuous existence. Imagine a Stoic sage as a navigator on a stormy sea. He does not lament the fury of the waves or the violence of the wind. Instead, he adjusts his sails, calmly analyzes the situation, and makes calculated decisions to move forward. This is the essence of problem-solving according to Stoic philosophy, a resolute and calm approach to the storms of life. When we are faced with a problem, many people's immediate reaction is to complain or look for someone to blame. However, for those who follow Stoic teachings, this is an unproductive and counterproductive attitude. Complaint is a poison that paralyzes the mind and spirit. Stoics, on the other hand, see every problem as an opportunity for growth. Problem-solving, therefore, is not just a practical skill, but a virtue that strengthens the soul and improves character. To develop this resilience, it is crucial to cultivate the art of acceptance. Accepting that challenges are an inherent part of life does not mean resigning yourself to defeat, but rather, preparing to face them with courage and wisdom. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, wrote in his Meditations, "The impediment to action advances the action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This teaching reminds us that every obstacle is a chance to practice virtue and grow. Adopting this mindset transforms our perspective. Instead of seeing problems as threats, we begin to see them as masters. Each problem is a lesson in disguise, an opportunity to demonstrate our value and our ability to overcome. When we solve problems calmly, we avoid the emotional and mental exhaustion that incessant complaining brings with it. And so, each victory, no matter how small, becomes a brick in the construction of a robust and resilient life. Furthermore, the continuous practice of facing problems calmly increases our confidence and prepares us for future challenges. Each problem resolved is a victory that strengthens our determination and enables us to deal with even greater adversities. This cycle of resolution and continuous learning makes us increasingly imperturbable, forging an invincible spirit in the face of life's tribulations. Therefore, dear readers, embrace the challenges that life offers you. Face them with the calm and courage of the Stoic sages. Instead of complaining, focus on the resolution. Instead of fearing problems, accept them as opportunities for growth. Resilience is not just a quality to be admired, but a skill to be cultivated daily. And in doing so, you will not only solve problems more effectively, but you will also live a life of greater peace, purpose, and fulfillment. Remember, true intelligence and wisdom lies in how we navigate the storms of life. Adopt the Stoic philosophy and discover the inner strength that will allow you to transform every difficulty into a personal victory. 2. Learning from others' mistakes. Observe and learn from others' mistakes silently, without correcting or judging, avoiding conflicts and intrigues. Life is a vast field of learning, and other people's mistakes are precious lessons ready to be harvested. In Stoic philosophy, one of the most effective ways of personal improvement is to observe and learn from the mistakes of others. This practice not only avoids unnecessary conflict, but also provides us with a silent and powerful advantage: growth without the cost of personal failure. Imagine yourself as an attentive spectator in a large arena, where each person around you is experiencing their own battle. Instead of intervening or criticizing, you take the time to observe. When someone makes a mistake, you don't rush to correct or judge. Instead, reflect on what led to this failure and think about how you would have acted differently. This constant exercise in silent analysis strengthens your wisdom and understanding of human nature. Marcus Aurelius, one of the wisest emperors and a fervent practitioner of Stoicism, said, "He who does not transmute the nature of things does not transmute their circumstances either." With this, he teaches us that instead of trying to change or correct others, we should focus on changing ourselves through continuous learning. When we witness the mistakes of others, we have a golden chance to improve our own conduct without creating enemies or intrigues. Openly correcting others, in addition to being often unwelcome, can generate resentment and unnecessary conflicts. Not everyone takes criticism well, no matter how constructive it may be. However, by silently learning from other people's mistakes, you avoid this friction and maintain harmony in relationships. More than that, you gain deeper insight into how to avoid the same stumbles. Consider a common situation: a coworker makes a hasty decision that leads to a significant error. Instead of pointing fingers or correcting them publicly, look at the bigger picture. Analyze what led you to make that decision and how you could act differently in a similar situation. This exercise not only increases your own competence, but also builds a more collaborative and less confrontational work environment. By observing others' mistakes carefully and without judgment, you become a silent strategist. Your mind sharpens, learning the lessons that others pay dearly to acquire. Instead of suffering the consequences of a mistake, you learn from it for free. It is an effective method of growth that many ignore because they are too focused on criticizing or judging. This Stoic approach also promotes humility. We recognize that everyone is susceptible to error, including ourselves. By observing others without judgment, we accept our own fallibility and remain open to constant learning. Humility, combined with wisdom gained through observation, makes us more balanced and resilient people. So adopt this Stoic practice into your everyday life. Observe, learn and grow from the mistakes of others. Do this quietly, without fuss. Every mistake you witness is a potential lesson, an opportunity for personal growth. Through this practice, you avoid the mistakes others have made, improve your skills, and build a strong, resilient character. Remember, true wisdom lies in learning not only from our own mistakes, but also from those of others. It is this wisdom that allows us to navigate life more efficiently and with less suffering. By incorporating this practice into your routine, you will become a wiser, more balanced person and capable of facing any challenge that life presents to you. 3. Putting plans into practice. Act in the present, adapting to circumstances and difficulties, instead of waiting for the ideal moment, to gain experience and maturity. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies a vital principle: action in the present. Stoicism teaches us that we should not wait for the ideal moment, as it may never come. True wisdom lies in putting our plans into practice now, adapting to the circumstances and difficulties that arise along the way. This approach not only provides us with experience and maturity, but also allows us to live a full and meaningful life. Imagine life as a great unfinished work of art. Each day, each moment is a brushstroke that contributes to the final picture. If we wait for the perfect brush, the exact color or divine inspiration, the picture will never be completed. Likewise, if we wait for the ideal moment to act, our dreams and ambitions will remain unfulfilled, trapped in the realm of possibilities. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said, "As long as we wait for life, life passes away." This teaching is a powerful reminder that time is our most precious and irretrievable asset. Every second we postpone action is a second wasted. Therefore, true wisdom lies in acting now, using the resources and circumstances available, however imperfect they may seem. When we put our plans into practice, we embrace uncertainty and imperfection. This willingness to act, even in the face of non-ideal conditions, is what distinguishes us and enables us to grow. Every action, no matter how small, is a step towards our goal. And each step offers us valuable lessons, shaping our character and preparing us for greater challenges. Consider an athlete preparing for a marathon. If he waits for the perfect conditions, the ideal climate, the perfect equipment, the impeccable health, he will never start training. But if he starts now, adapting to heat, cold, fatigue and injuries, he will become stronger and more resilient. The same principle applies to all aspects of life. Present action strengthens us and prepares us for the future. Adaptation to circumstances is another central pillar of Stoicism. Life is unpredictable and often challenges our plans with unexpected obstacles. However, these challenges are not reasons to give up, but rather opportunities to adapt and adjust our methods. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, reminds us, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This teaching emphasizes that every difficulty is a chance to show our resilience and ingenuity. By acting in the present, we also cultivate courage. Inaction is often the result of fear of failure, of criticism, of the unknown. But courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act despite it. When we put our plans into action, we face our fears head-on and, in doing so, diminish them. Furthermore, immediate action teaches us to accept responsibility for our lives. Instead of blaming external circumstances or waiting for everything to line up perfectly, we take control of our destiny. This acceptance is liberating and empowers us to create the life we desire, here and now. So don't wait for the ideal moment. Start now. Whatever your goal is, a new career, a personal project, a lifestyle change, take the first step today. Adapt to the difficulties that arise, learn from each experience and continue moving forward. Present action is the key to unlocking your true potential and living a life of fulfillment and purpose. In short, Stoicism teaches us that action in the present is the basis of a fulfilling life. Acting now, instead of waiting for the ideal moment, allows us to gain experience, maturity and, above all, the satisfaction of knowing that we are doing the best with what we have. So, take the initiative. Put your plans into practice and embrace the journey with courage and determination. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. 4. Identifying bad influences. Recognize and move away from bad influences, avoiding direct confrontations to maintain peace and focus on what needs to be done. In the Stoic journey to virtue and wisdom, identifying and moving away from bad influences is an essential skill. Stoic philosophy teaches us to cultivate an environment that nurtures our growth, avoiding direct confrontations that only generate conflicts and divert our attention from what really matters. True wisdom lies in recognizing evil influences and taking silent steps to protect our peace and integrity. Imagine your mind as a precious garden. For it to flourish, it is necessary to remove the weeds that threaten to suffocate healthy plants. Likewise, in our lives, we must be vigilant and eliminate bad influences that can contaminate our serenity and divert us from our virtuous path. The Stoics remind us that we have no control over the actions of others, but we do have complete control over our reactions. When identifying a bad influence, the first and wisest thing to do is to silently walk away. Engaging in direct confrontation may seem tempting, but it often results in more turmoil and disturbances. It is more prudent to keep your distance and preserve inner peace. Consider a practical example: you work with a colleague who constantly creates conflicts and spreads negativity. Confronting him can lead to exhausting disputes, damaging the work environment. Instead, watch your actions and choose your interactions carefully. Limit your contact with this person, focusing your energy on healthier and more productive relationships. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic masters, said, "It is not events that disturb us, but our opinion of them." This maxim teaches us not to allow bad influences to affect our state of mind. Recognize these influences for what they are and choose not to allow them to affect your peace. True strength lies in controlling your reactions and not being swept away by the negative emotions that bad influences can trigger. By moving away from bad influences, we are also practicing self-discipline, a fundamental pillar of Stoicism. This distancing is not an act of cowardice, but of wisdom and self-care. It means you value your well-being and are willing to take steps to protect it. This self-discipline strengthens your character and gives you the clarity you need to focus on what really matters. Maintaining inner peace is crucial for personal progress. When we are constantly involved in conflict and drama, we waste energy that could be directed towards our goals and personal growth. By avoiding bad influences, we create a mental and emotional space where we can thrive and focus on our projects and ambitions. Moving away from bad influences also teaches us to value silence and introspection. Instead of engaging in fruitless arguments, we dedicate time to reflection and self-knowledge. This silence is fertile, allowing us to grow in wisdom and understanding. Therefore, when you identify a bad influence in your life, choose peace over confrontation. Walk away quietly, preserving your energy and focus for what really matters. This practice not only protects your serenity, but also strengthens your resilience and self-discipline. Remember the words of Marcus Aurelius, "Serenity comes when we exchange expectations for acceptance." Accept that not everyone around you will contribute positively to your life. Recognize these influences, and move away from them with wisdom and tranquility. This way, you create an environment conducive to personal growth and true happiness. By adopting this Stoic practice, you will discover a more harmonious and focused life. Your mind will be a well-tended garden, flourishing in peace and virtue, free from the weeds of evil influences. And in doing so, you will come closer and closer to true Stoic wisdom, living a full and meaningful life. 5. Observing gaze and nonverbal communication. Pay attention to people's micro-expressions and body language, as gaze and expressions reveal their true intentions and feelings. In the pursuit of wisdom and virtue, Stoic philosophy teaches us to pay attention not only to people's words, but also to their expressions and body language. The look and micro-expressions reveal true intentions and feelings, often hidden behind carefully chosen words. The ability to read these subtleties is a powerful tool that allows us to more discerningly navigate complex human interactions. Imagine a Stoic general on a battlefield, closely watching his soldiers. He is not fooled by bold statements or bravado. Instead, he looks each soldier in the eye, analyzes their movements and postures, and notices who is truly confident and who is just feigning courage. This ability to read beyond words is crucial, both on the battlefield and in everyday life. The look is the window to the soul. When a person speaks, his words may be deceptive, but his eyes rarely lie. An averted gaze may indicate a lack of trust or sincerity. Bright, attentive eyes often reveal genuine enthusiasm. Paying attention to these signs gives us clearer insight into the true intentions of those around us. In addition to the look, micro-expressions are brief and involuntary manifestations that reveal hidden emotions. A smile may appear friendly, but a slight frown or a quivering of the lips may indicate discomfort or discontent. Learning to recognize these subtle expressions gives us an invaluable advantage, allowing us to respond more appropriately and compassionately. Body language also speaks volumes. A person's posture, the way they sit or move, can reveal a lot about their state of mind and intentions. Someone who leans forward during a conversation is showing interest and involvement, while a closed posture, with arms crossed, may indicate defensiveness or disinterest. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, teaches us to observe the world with a clear and detached mind. He believed that by looking at others carefully and without prejudice, we could see the truth of their intentions. This practice allows us to navigate social interactions with more wisdom and empathy, avoiding misunderstandings and unnecessary conflicts. By developing the ability to read expressions and body language, we also strengthen our self-perception. We become more aware of how our own expressions and postures influence others. This self-awareness helps us communicate more effectively and authentically, strengthening our relationships and our own integrity. Furthermore, by paying attention to micro-expressions and body language, we practice patience and close observation, essential virtues for any Stoic. Instead of reacting impulsively to people's words, we take a step back and look at the whole picture. This approach allows us to respond in a more thoughtful and effective way, while maintaining our internal tranquility. In today's world, where communication is often quick and superficial, the ability to read beyond words is more valuable than ever. By closely observing people's gaze and nonverbal communication, we gain a deeper understanding of their true intentions and feelings. This practice not only helps us avoid misunderstandings, but also cultivate more authentic and meaningful relationships. So adopt this Stoic practice into your daily life. Observe the looks, expressions and body language of the people around you. Let these subtle signs reveal the truths hidden behind the words. With this skill, you will navigate human interactions with more wisdom, empathy, and effectiveness, aligning with the Stoic principles of living a virtuous and conscious life. Remember the words of Epictetus.